it's really relaxing to not have any internet on your phone. That's what I think now when I'm in Ukraine and I don't have any Ukrainian SIM card in my phone. So I'm just outside and people cannot really reach me. Or I have my Swedish SIM card in my phone, and I suppose you could call me on my Swedish number, but I don't have any internet, so I don't get any notifications, and I cannot browse, and I cannot text people on Telegram or something like that. So I'm kind of completely disconnected with my Swedish SIM card here. I turned off roaming settings, so I will not be charged some crazy amount of money for using data here in Ukraine. And I think it's really relaxing, and it's like a detox to not be connected. And I'm when I've been outside with my daughter on the playground, and I think it's a bit interesting to see other parents. So I play with my daughter or watch her, but I see other parents who are maybe pushing the swing with one hand and then doom scrolling with their other hand, and I wonder what they are doing that is so important and that they need to be constantly on their phone. So the motion they're doing, it's like this doom scroll reels, TikTok motion, but I haven't seen what they're watching or doing, but it feels like it's this when you're on Instagram and then next and next. But maybe it's something very important, but it's just interesting seeing so many parents outside, and me being the only one who does not or is not glued to my phone, and there are maybe 3 other parents around, and all of them are going after the child with one hand and then the phone in another hand. And what I also like with not having any internet at all on my phone when I'm out here is that there is no temptation to take my phone out if I'm walking here. I enjoy the view or think about something. I don't even have the temptation to grab my phone because there's nothing to do in there. So I will just have to wait until I'm at some Wi-Fi or home or something. So I think, sure, you can use your own willpower to not be on your phone all the time, but there is still something back in your mind that now it's some dead time and I could bring out my phone. I'm walking here, I could browse and check something, but I think that's a bit freeing to not even have that option. And I think you realize that you don't need to be connected all the time. So when maybe we go to some cafe and we join the Wi-Fi and there the Wi-Fi, and and then I get a bunch of notifications and I check that maybe, or but you kind of realize that you don't need to get the notifications immediately when they happen. It's fine that some hours from now I sit down and then look at what has happened when I have Wi-Fi. I don't need to be constantly reachable and be connected and get disturbed with the notifications. So I think that's also one aspect. So partly to not even have the option, and then with not being disturbed. I think with each notification you get, it takes you out of the moment. So I have been for quite a while reducing the number of notifications I get from apps and unsubscribing from newsletters and stuff like that. So trying to reduce it as much as possible. And anytime I get a notification, I try to think, is this something I really care about? If not, then I get rid of it. If it's group chats or something. So I don't want to be disturbed all the time, especially when I'm working or trying to focus. It's so disturbing to get notifications. And with being disconnected when I'm outside, so since I don't even have the option to think about grab my phone and do something, then I need to more enjoy just the view around me and think in my own head, and then I cannot distract myself with some other stuff. So I have more started to think that I need a notepad or something to write down my ideas that I'm getting. So I think it's very healthy and productive. It doesn't. It feels it's now a wasted moment. I should be listening to some podcast or doing something productive. But I think it's a little bit false. That you need to have some silence and be disconnected to get ideas and motivation and start to think and reconsider and so you need those silent moments and then you get ideas and then you want to write them down and then later like you do something with those ideas. So that's like a healthy aspect. So you can be like productive even if you're not connected or like doing something. In like the dumb phone community and digital minimalism, you often see this like EDC carries, like everyday carry bags, and people show off what they're carrying with them, and it's often like some dumb phone and a small camera and a notepad. I think I'm more inspired by getting something like that so I can write down my notes, and I think I want to practice that more often to be disconnected and not always be online and all of that. So here in Ukraine is I don't know, kind of forced on me, but the first times I was in Ukraine, then I had a Ukrainian SIM card and I could do my regular stuff also. But the last times I've been in Ukraine and this time as well, I can go out for a few hours myself. I don't need to be reachable. I don't need to have a Wi-Fi. I know my way around. I can use map on my phone offline. Like the GPS still works, so I can see where I am and I know quite well. I look before I leave where I want to go, and I have quite good sense of where I am. So I get around and I know how to get home. So and it's not like dangerous or I'm not like afraid that I need to be able to be reachable all the time. I can get home, and it's just a different city and different language, and but it's no problem really. So like if I can walk like this in Ukraine, I think I can do it in home in Sweden as well. So I think it's maybe some practice to get used to, and you think that there is so much that you need when you go outside, but maybe you should reconsider. Maybe you don't need to have access to everything all the time, and maybe it's good to limit yourself what you have at certain points during the day. So I think you should ask yourself what is so like important to it being connected all the time. I think it's a bit, as I said, like depressing with seeing other parents or maybe are like walking with a stroller with one hand and other hand like holding a phone in your face while there is like your child behind the phone. So I think it's not that healthy for the child, and that you don't pay attention to him or her. And I think you should ask yourself what's so like important on your phone, and that you need to be glued to it all the time. And is it possible to like do something else for a while, especially if it's like a short form content that you're consuming? Then it's just garbage. But even if it's something important, maybe it can wait a bit. Does it have to happen right now? And when seeing so many parents outside that are like glued to their phone, I find it a little bit difficult to believe that all of them are doing like super important appointments right now, or doing some tax filing or whatever important. I find it a little bit hard to believe that so many parents are so frequently doing important stuff while they are with their child, and that it cannot wait. So I suspect it's more about this constant doom scrolling addiction, and it's kind of unhealthy and sad that there is so many people who are addicted to short form content and always need this dopamine kick, and I think it's very like encouraging to see that there are a lot of people who are waking up now to this and want to limit it for themselves and for the children. And like there are new recommendations for children, how much like screen time they are max allowed to consume, and people are a bit more mindful about it nowadays, what is healthy. And I think like my generation, so I have a daughter now, and I grew up when like smartphones came, so it I was like a teenager when they started to come. So my generation is like the first one that has been this constantly connected, and those who are a bit younger than me. And I think we are aware of like the problems and downsides with it, and now we don't want to like repeat it with our children, or at least I hope so. But also you see a big contrast between different parents. Some parents are very restrictive, and I know many of them, but you also see other parents who are like surprised that we don't like feed our child with the TV all the time. We rarely ever show any like programs or cartoons to our daughter, and some they have children who watch hours per day, so it's a big contrast between different parents, what kind of like style they do with parenting. But at least people are waking up, I'm seeing, and it's great to see that people are becoming more mindful, and that's also what I strive for. So I really enjoy it, being here, being disconnected, being out and enjoying the nature and seeing people, or seeing the nature, thinking in my own head, and enjoying some detox and being disconnected. And please share in the comments what you think about digital detox and minimalism. It would be interesting to hear what you think, and what you have implemented in your life to like reduce your screen time. And we will see each other another time. Bye bye.